So what have you all been doing in the last couple of months? I know it's been long that we've met at Aspire for Her at EntrepreNaari here. Would you like to use the chat box? Harshita, let me start with you because you're the first one to share your video. So let's get started. Okay, let's see what Harshita is saying. You're working with Byju's. Oh, fantastic. Great. Anybody else who would like to just mention about what they've been doing all this while? Something new, something more about their entrepreneurial venture? There's a lot of excitement here. Navya is very keen to see what the EntrepreNaaris have been all up to. Okay.
Payal has also done something fabulous with us. Navya, she actually went to Bhubaneswar to start the Women in Sports community. So
wow.
Very nice to see here, Payal.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Payal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Harshita has a small event company. Fantastic, Harshita.
Interesting. Interesting.
Are you based out of Mumbai, Harshita?
She's on.
She's
Harshita, you can unmute yourself and then speak also. That might be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yes. I'm based in New Delhi. So
Okay.
I've been working in my events company like since 5 years. And since a year, I'm associated with Byju's. So now I have got an offer from Byju's itself that I can carry forward my startup along with them, like with their association. So
wow.
Now, yeah, just a week before I got the startup firm has been collaborated with Byju, so now I have to submit my idea. I told them that I have been associated with Aspire for Her also.
How nice is that?
Okay, Shweta is currently working with ISRO. My God, that's fantastic. Priya has signed a couple of more brands, making it 27 brands on the e-commerce portal. Fantastic, Priya. Would you like to mention about your brands?
Sure.
Priya
Thank
Vedak.
you so
Wow,
much,
Priya,
Ruchita.
good to see you.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Madhura. Good to see you too.
Hey.
Yeah, so I have signed a couple of more brands like Biotech, M Caffeine, and recently I signed a fragrance brand on my portal, which is misugata.com. So now we have 27 plus brands with 1400 plus products. In a discussion with a couple of more brands. So we will definitely cross the number 30 soon.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, Navya.
She's become
That
a
is awesome.
We've got a lot of words. Okay, I see Srishti, known face. Hi, Srishti, how are you? What's up at Kolan? You're on mute, Srishti. We still can't hear you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Shrishti.
Hi.
And yeah, nice to see Ruchita, Madhura, and Navya. So I think we are part of, I mean, I know Madhura from long. Yes, like since the day we started co-learn, yeah, and you started Aspire for Her. But Ruchita and all I met during Google for Startups. Yeah, so yeah, so nice to be here and great to see everybody doing really well. All the best.
Fantastic. So Navya, actually, Shrishti runs a sports organization, a sports-led startup.
Oh.
And very nice, very good stuff. I'm sure we'll have some time to talk to each of you to tell us what you guys do, because I'm sure in this room itself, there will be multiple opportunities which will open up. We wanted to keep this to be a very small, intimate conversation only for EntrepreNaari members. So we've just been very, very, we didn't, it's meant to be very informal. So that's the way we're trying to do this. And lovely to see Soumya Prasada here. And I must tell you, Navya, that Soumya Prasada has been one of our fantastic mentors at Aspire for Her. She is with IBM and she has been running our entire digital marathon campaign, a lot of the learning along with that has been
Wow.
led by amazing stuff.
Hi,
Thank you so
Navya,
much.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Navya. And I'm so excited to see her. I think definitely I have come here to get some inspiration.
Actually, someone
That
should be
inspiration
asking.
is coming from all of you, actually. There's nothing me and Madhura can say that'll do justice to what all of you do. So we are here to get inspired by you.
Absolutely. And a
Great.
big hi to my mom and my dad who have decided to
Oh, hello.
also join. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. They normally never join. So I'm very conscious that they have decided to join.
So great.
Okay.
Keeping the time in mind, I think since we have all our entrepreneurs join after a long time, we'll share some polls. The first is to know from where have you joined us, at what stage of your journey you are. So may I request my colleagues to launch the first poll, and if you can at least mention at which stage of your journey you are. I see there are some students who could be aspiring entrepreneurs. There are some who are already at some stage in their journey. If you could please do that, we'll just know our audience very well. Okay, that's great. I see there are many aspiring entrepreneurs yet to start. Fantastic. Okay, we almost have everyone. Only 23. I think there are still some more to put it in. And now 5 seconds, and then we'll end the poll. Okay, so I guess it's most of them are aspiring entrepreneurs today, almost 56% of that. We can actually end the poll. With this, we'll get started into the session. And to get started in the session, I know you all are eagerly waiting for these two personalities who actually need no introduction. And hence, I'll request Madhura and Navya to take this stage forward, introduce themselves, which I don't think any of you all know, but also to just check with what's happening at EntrepreNaari. Over to you, Madhura.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ruchita. And it's lovely to get in touch with all of you. I know we are in touch in various different ways through sessions and through the Telegram group, etc. But Navya and I were thinking that it's a great idea for us to just get together, tell you what's happening, and more importantly, actually get to know from you guys as to what more you think we should do, because I'm sure everyone is at a different stage of their journey. And we'd love to really hear from you in terms of what you think EntrepreNaari should do, and what and we will also bring some exciting news in terms of what's happening in our lives, what's happening at EntrepreNaari, and it's only fit that we share it with all of you. So I'll get started, and then Navya, I will perhaps request your help in just sort of adding to the stuff. And it's very, very informal. So, anyone can just put your videos on and just talk to us. I think that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of having a session like this. Please feel free to just interrupt us, put your hand up, just talk to us if you want to. This community is very special. Navya and I started it on the World MSME Day, which is actually 27th June. So, we're almost entering our anniversary. And, it's been an amazing journey because entrepreneurship in India for women has never been a very aspirational career option. And I think that's the first point that we started with. And we said, let's try to make entrepreneurship more aspirational. So therefore, we used our own mindset change model to try and see, hey, can we get lots of mentors and role models? Can we get opportunities for learning? Can we get opportunities of showcasing the career previews of entrepreneurs in some ways? Can we build a community where people find a safe space and people can find opportunities to translate their dreams into reality as well as to enhance their business potential? And can we also look at funding? So this is how we started. It was just a blank canvas and Navya and me. So that's how we started. But today we've come a long way. And Navya, would you like to talk a little bit about how many entrepreneurs are there today? And
The numbers is kind of growing every day, but we have over 20,000 now, I think, in our community, and that makes us really happy because, Madhura and I have set ourselves a very, very high target for where we want this community to be one day. And it just means a lot that, everybody who has joined so far has, grown so much with us. We are growing with you and you're growing with us. And I think that's the whole purpose and idea behind EntrepreNaari. So I think thank you to everyone who's really supported EntrepreNaari since the beginning, and I think that our goal is really to keep growing the community and really set an example for what women in India can do and highlight that and take it to the world. So I know that that's something Madhura and I have really envisioned, and we'll also share a little bit about some very exciting plans that we have this year, ideas that we've come up with to see how much bigger we can make this community. But I think towards the end also, we'd really love to hear from everyone else about what more we can do, to support you as a community, or how you would want to participate more, and just hear a little bit from you as well.
Absolutely. So we won't take up too much of time. We'll just quickly take you through our journey and some of the plans that we have. We'll probably, 20,000 is the number. So we are celebrating that number. We celebrated the 10,000 EntrepreNaari very beautifully. And Navya has promised us this 20,000 celebration is also in the offing. So we shall do that. Somebody's disabled my screen sharing. So if you can just make me co-host, and if I can share the screen, that will be lovely. Let me kind of take you all through a little bit of a journey and talk about some of the programs which we worked on, which has got us very, very excited. And we want to ensure that, we want to share that with all of you, and we want to ensure that, all of you know exactly what we are doing. You also kind of tell us where we should go from here and anything interesting that's there in your head. So we've talked about, Navya talked about 20,000 EntrepreNaari. We've actually crossed 20,000, and we are growing every day. And more importantly, I think the people who are coming in, they're coming from all parts of the country, all walks of life. Just a few days ago, we met a very, very interesting EntrepreNaari. She's not alone. She actually has 33,000 other EntrepreNaaris with her. And her name is Ruma Devi. Have any of you heard of the name? Any of you? So if you haven't, we request you to use Google and check her out. She is absolutely awesome. She has actually, she is from Barmer in Rajasthan. I had coincidentally met her a few months ago at an event, and I posted about her on LinkedIn. She had a very, very tragic life, but then she decided that she wanted to do something with her life, and she started doing embroidery because that was the only thing that she knew. She started doing embroidery. She got this a small community of women to work with her. Today, that small community has grown to 33,000. She goes across the world today to talk about her product, to exhibit her products. Her next fashion show is in New York. She has gone to Harvard to talk about her work. She has also been on KBC. So very, very inspirational person. And we are delighted to be part of her journey. We are currently working with her with a panel of mentors, and working with her on building a fantastic business model for herself. So we're very thrilled, lots of excitement happening on that space. We also want to do an EntrepreNaari Mela with her, and we will tell you a little bit more about that. This year had some interesting stuff, and I am just trying to go back a little bit. This is a very beautiful memory that all of us have on the lawns of Pratiksha. And today we can't believe it that we have actually, the community that we launched over one Instagram live with Navya. And I keep blaming Navya for introducing me to Instagram, because now I just keep going on
Glad you've
Instagram.
learned, Madhura. I'm glad you've learned.
Oh, I know. I still need to get a lot better, but I waste so much time, Navya, and that's why I blame you, you know. I just keep scrolling and I keep getting lost in Instagram. Okay. So but it's been fun discovering something new. And now to move on to some of the interesting programs that we did, and I talked a little bit about funding. Funding is something that we did with Samrit, and Samrit Accelerator was a very prestigious program that we did with Zone Startups. And we started with a bang. We actually started, working on this at the Bombay Stock Exchange. And we are all our entrepreneurs in Zone Startups. They have started doing fabulously well. We had a humongous number of applications. We only took 8 people. We managed to take only 8 people into the final cohort. And we took over the BSc boardroom. So Navya was there, and there were a whole bunch of people who were there. And a lot of the entrepreneurs who were there in Shark Tank were also there, part of our community. And we realized that this was a fantastic opportunity for us to actually talk about what women's entrepreneurship can do for our country. So Samrit is going very well. It's almost ending, and we are hoping that we will also make it bigger and better, as we go forward. So you can see a little bit of snippets of what happened at the Bombay Stock Exchange. Some of you were there, and I'm hoping that next time that we do this, we will have many more of you in that iconic room. Navya, you want to talk about Shop EntrepreNaari and what we did for EntrepreNaari Mela?
Shop EntrepreNaari is something that is a personal, something that's very close to my heart. So what we have tried to do is collect all the businesses that all you entrepreneurs are running and everyone else from our community, and do our best to try and promote them as much as we can using all the platforms that we have available to us. So we have created, a section on our website where you can look at all the different brands and all the businesses of all the entrepreneurs in the community. And around, different holidays and festivals, we also create a gift guide where we try to promote all the businesses, whether it's Diwali, Christmas, we try to create these guides and promote them on our social media so that, the entrepreneurs get some great exposure during holiday season. And taking off from that, we actually started something last year, which was called EntrepreNaari Mela, which is something that was a very ambitious a dream of ours, but we hope to keep growing it. What we wanted to do was actually start to have physical in-person, melas where we have all of you entrepreneurs come and display your brands and your products. And we actually managed to have a great start with a couple of entrepreneurs who featured their brands at the first EntrepreNaari Mela that we had. We actually collaborated with WeWork as the location partner. And it went off very, very well. I personally bought something from all the stalls that were there on the day. So this was a small start, but I think this year our plan is to really take it to the next level and see how we can scale it up. But as you can see, we had a great day and a great time celebrating with all the entrepreneurs, and we really want this year to be bigger, and have a greater turnout, not just of entrepreneurs but also of people who come to the Mela. So that's something that Madhura and I are working very, very hard on to see if we can really do this in a much bigger way and really showcase all the incredible brands and businesses that are a part of this community.
No, absolutely. We are looking forward to a whole lot of more excitement and many more of you actually joining the Mela and doing good work. But before we move to the next bit, I think, Ruchita, you want to do a poll?
Yes, we definitely, since, has also mentioned about the EntrepreNaari Mela, we thought it was a good time to also know the kind of businesses our entrepreneurs here have today. So I'll request the team to actually launch the second poll. Okay, if you could mention which is the industry that you have you belong to. That would be good. Your business is. Okay, service-based, food, health and fitness. Oh, it's a good mix. Okay. So I see you put crafts. That's mentioned by Lavina. You can just put it as others. I think we'll just take that. We couldn't put in all of them, but that works well. Okay, just 24. Only 24 words, a few more. Electric vehicle skills. Fantastic, Nimisha. That's interesting. Okay, I think we can close the poll. Most of them are service-based businesses. That's good. Okay, Madhura, over to you.
Fantastic. So we'll talk a little bit about the next thing that we did, which is around a lot of entrepreneurs came and worked with us on this project. This was around women leaders. So we had we launched a women leaders community, and we actually ran a women on boards cohort. And we're very, very proud that a lot of fantastic women entrepreneurs came in and joined this cohort. This cohort was special. This cohort was actually in partnership with the US Consulate. So the pictures that you see are really with the Consul General and with the US Consulate. And of course, we had Arundhati Bhattacharya, who came in at the beginning. And at the end of the cohort, we had Shamla Gopinath, ex-deputy governor of Reserve Bank of India, and Manisha Girotra, who were with me on a fireside chat. There are lots of other exciting things that happened there as well. I'm sure you've been seeing a bit of it on our social media. So, do keep a lookout for the next cohorts. If this is of interest to you and you want to look at, looking at leadership positions in boardrooms, then this is perhaps a good place for you to be in the women leaders community and a part of our next cohort. So that's a little bit about some of the other work that we have done. And, we wanted to also tell you about two other things, and then we'll stop and we'll listen from you, because that was the whole idea of having this conversation. One is what Navya will talk about, which is, something that's been bothering us for a while, which is the fact that everybody talks of the India startup ecosystem, the fact that it's so vibrant, and, there are so many unicorns which are emanating from there, and so many good things are happening. We feel that not enough girls are there in the ecosystem at a very early stage. So the seeds of entrepreneurship typically, get sown when probably when you start in college. For me, it was much delayed, I must say that, but for Navya, it was right there. And we felt that we need to do something to actually talk to the young women in our country, to tell them that this is a great career option, it's an aspirational career option, and also give them an option to learn a little bit about developing their entrepreneurial mindset, and do something more about it. So there's a very ambitious program that we are planning to do, and Navya, you might want to talk a little bit about that. What are you going to do in the month of June, so that they all know that what you're planning?
Going on a college roadshow where we'll be visiting 25 colleges in 30 days. And what we have tried to do is include EntrepreNaari in that process. Also, we want to try and see if we can find as many young entrepreneurs from colleges during those 30 days. So we are actually launching an EntrepreNaari program where every college we visit, we want to ask students to submit business ideas to us if they have one, or if they aspire to be entrepreneurs, to submit some business ideas to us, where we will collect them and put them through a training program across that 1 month, where they will be able to perfect their business idea and business plan. And at the end of their 1 month training, and once we complete the entire program, we will be hosting a national pitch fest for all the students from across these 25 colleges, and bring on some great judges who can help us judge all the different ideas that come out of this program. And we also hope to go ahead and select 3 final ideas from this pool of business ideas that we get, and fund 3 of these ideas in some shape or form. So we are really excited about this. We are going to start it off in June, and we hope to have a physical in-person event for the finale, which will be the National Pitch Fest. And we really hope that through this process we can find a lot of young entrepreneurs who want to not wait for the entrepreneurship seed to kick in, and this is our effort to really support and nurture that idea from a very young age. So we are super excited about this, actually.
You're super, super excited. So some of you who don't know, Navya and I actually write a monthly column in the Financial Express about problems that are faced by MSMEs and how we can solve them. We usually try to weave in a real story of a real entrepreneur, in the narrative itself. If any of you want to talk about any problems that you are facing, please put your hand right up. I saw Indu Singh coming here some time back. In fact, the last one that I had written was about her fantastic startup. She bakes healthy cakes. And, I thought that was a fantastic case study to pick up. And we talked about how she can use digital to really, build up her business. Indu, are you here? Can we
Hi,
see you?
Madhura. Hi,
Hi.
Madhura. Can you all hear me? Yeah, I just joined
Yes.
5 minutes back. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah, I actually read the article. That was so sweet of you. And I must appreciate how you came forward and helped me in promoting my
Thank you.
business. I'm on it, and I'm sure I will be fulfilling what all you have written at that.
Thank you so much. I want to put
Yeah.
that up also on LinkedIn so that people actually get to know about, your work, and
Yeah.
also the fact that you are, working with us to grow your business. Really, really excited about this. So, so we keep doing this every time. Navya and I have, one of those blank moments at the end of the month to say, now what do we write about? So if you really want to help us, then please, show some ideas, throw some ideas your way. Thank you, Srishti. I think we will listen to your idea in a minute. But I just wanted to end what we are, our part, and then we'll jump right into the conversations, because the whole idea of doing this was really a conversation. So we have a big announcement, and this announcement is that we are actually tying up with Amazon. Both Amazon Saheli and Amazon Karigar have tied up with us, but Saheli is obviously a huge excitement for us, because every entity, every entrepreneur who actually wants to sell on Amazon and who wants to perfect their strategy of selling on Amazon, they will be supported by our partners in Amazon itself. We are launching this on the 12th of May, which is just a few days down the line. So if you have, for yourself, if you're thinking of launching on Amazon, or if you have friends and other entrepreneurs who you'd like to invite, please get them in. What we'll do, and this is really, really only meant for this very close group, what we'll do is we will request all of you to apply for a cohort that we are starting, and we will make it a slightly selective process if we get too many applications, but every person in that cohort will have individual attention from the Amazon team to ensure that their business actually grows. So that is what we are thinking of. And Amazon was, thank you, Kajal. We'd love to have you in the cohort. We will launch it on 12th. Please be here on the 12th so that you get to know about what's happening, and we can actually do more work around this with all of you. So we'll stop here. I know Navya is jumping off to another meeting, but anybody who has any other thoughts, we'd love to sort of hear from you. What more do you want us to do? If there is anything that we can do to be a part of your journey, to make your journey a little less lonely, a little less onerous, then that's something that we would love to do with you. So I'll stop here. Navya, you want to say a quick?
No, I think that was it. We're really excited about both of these projects that we're doing this year. And I hope that all of you can participate in it and be a part of it. And we see you in the cohorts starting this year.
Thank you very much. I know we had Colon and a couple of others who wanted to speak. So please put your hand up. Shrishti, you want to talk now? Most welcome to everyone. Now it's just open, so anyone can talk.
Yeah. So Madhura, I just wanted to discuss one thing with you. We did a female umpiring cohort very recently. Okay. And it was 100% scholarship based.
Fantastic.
The only thing which we required from the student was passion for cricket. Has to be a female. And third is should come from below poverty line background. Like how do we ascertain that? They should have that pink color ration card or a certificate.
Okay.
But you won't believe, in spite of, we charged so hefty amount for the full cohort. This was totally free. They didn't have to pay even 1,000 rupees to us. And we struggled to get students.
Yes.
Yeah, this is something which I think you should talk about it on Financial Times, because see, the category who plays cricket at a grassroots level and who doesn't belong to the upper elite society, it's actually virtually non-existent. And it should not be the case.
Absolutely. I agree with you. It's a very good point, and I'd love to talk about sports. Thank you for this idea. So you know that we are launching a women in sports community, and it's actually called Her Sports Ski Champion, HSKC. Her as in HER, and Sports Ski Champion. So you know what we've realized, and we've actually just launched in Odisha, Shrishti. So Rika and Payal went down to Bhubaneswar, and they launched it in with the Odisha government. You know what we actually found is that the girls who are in sports, sometimes probably they do not have the opportunity to see these kind of initiatives like the one that you talked about, the umpiring initiative, etc. And it's such a wonderful initiative for girls in sport, right? So I think we have to open up some of those channels of communication, which hopefully will open up with HSKC. And I saw this one and I actually sent it to them. But I still don't know whether we managed to reach out to all the people that we should have reached out to. But with HSKC growing a little more, we would love to support you. And
Sure.
yes,
yeah,
I
I would like to collaborate on that, and because that was an eye opener for me as well. Because normally when we got so many applications for male saying that can we also apply, and I was like, no, you have to be female to apply first criteria.
And cricket is such an important part of our economy, right? And again, women not participating in this space, it just, at least women's cricket has started, which is what we are very happy with, women's IPL and all of that. But I think it'll take a lot of work for us to get more women into the affiliated spaces, and we'd love to work with you.
In our umpiring normal cohort, when we get almost 20% as a female candidates, and they come from very hi-fi societies. So that is something which is good, because that gives us a little bit of hope that it is not dying off.
Right.
Yeah. But then, I thought there should be female, and then I spoke to so many families. They said that no, if you don't have money, you won't play cricket.
No, but in fact, most of the women that we are speaking to in Odisha are in the community that you're talking about, So that's why I'm surprised.
Yeah, I went to Bihar. I also, I went to Karnataka, every place possible. I also went to Teach for India.
Right.
And we couldn't, it was struggle to get 30 people, you won't believe.
Wow.
When people pay, they come, 30 are ready to come in 1 month time. This was struggle for 2 months. And then I was like, does this category actually exist or not? But then there's something we should work together.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'd love to hear from others as well. Mitali has asked about when will we get more information about the college tour. We will be putting it out all on our social media. So Navya will be actually going to, as she said, 25 colleges in 30 days. So it will be quite a, hectic sort of a space for her. But we will be putting it up on social media, and we will tell you which colleges we are going to. And what's going to be happening. It's going to be across all cities. It's going to be across cities in India. It's going to be tier 1 and tier 2 cities. So we'll soon pull up all the information, and we will tell you which colleges, which cities, etc. But we're looking at e-cells. We're actually calling this whole campaign She Cells, because we have e-cells in all colleges, but we have very few women. So we're saying we want to convert e-cells into she cells. That's what we're doing. Thank you, Dr. Garg. Thank you for KBS. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Mithali, you wanted to say something? You raised your hand. Yes, Mithali.
Yeah, hi ma'am. So I'm the president for Enactus. That is also a entrepreneurial club of a college. So I'm a college student itself. So I just graduated, so we'll be making up another president. But I'm here to, collaborate and get to know more about entrepreneurial. So we have our projects which give employment to women out there, and then we make it sustainable in a way that after a year or so, it is complete. It is completely like self-sustaining projects, and we always look out for collaborative things like this one. And I really like the idea, so I just wanted to know if possible, by any chance, if you guys can come to our college as well. And it is something like ESL itself, Enactus, and it's a
I
international
know about
organization.
Enactus. I know about Enactus, and
Yeah,
it's
okay.
fantastic work. Fantastic
Yeah.
work being done. I think Farhan Petiwala, right? I know about Enactus.
Yes,
So
ma'am, correct.
so I will sort of why don't you just drop me a line, and we'll see. We'll, as soon as we get to know the colleges. We're not yet sure which colleges exactly we are going in for. So I'm just putting my email ID over here. Please ensure that you just drop in a line, and we'll try and ensure that we tell you as soon as we get to know the college schedule. We will let you know. But
Definitely,
having
ma'am.
said that, even if your college is not on the list, okay, what we are planning to do is we're planning to do a series around getting better at entrepreneurship. Okay,
Okay.
and we will be doing we've tied up with a very, very interesting partner who will actually be taking us through the nuances of entrepreneurship and how you can become an entrepreneur so that you get ready for the pitch fest, right?
Right.
So everyone then finally goes and does a pitch fest, and the final event is going to happen at the Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay,
Okay.
so it's a very interesting thing. So what we will do is, even if physically we are not able to go to every college, we will ensure that people are allowed to join virtually and also join the virtual sessions, the sort of entrepreneurial sessions that we will be doing, the pitch fest preparations, etc., and they will all be able to apply for the pitch fest as well.
Awesome, awesome, ma'am. That's great. And our Enactus chapter is from HR College, Mumbai. So just we'll be letting you know over the mail as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've just given my mail ID over here. Very happy to work with you guys.
Perfect. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, we have some more hands.
We have Priya Vedak. Priya and Kashika, both of them have put their
Hey
hands.
Priya, how are you? How is Sugatra?
Hey, hi Madhura, I'm doing good. Glad you remember me and Masugatra as well.
Yes.
So Madhura, my ask is now there are so many entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs registered with Aspire for Her through EntrepreNaari. Now, any startup or for that matter, any business, they need a visibility. So just to grow. So my ask would be if it is possible for you to showcase one business or one entrepreneur through your official handle on LinkedIn or other platforms, that would be really helpful for them. And then we will definitely use those posts to go ahead, like we got showcased by Aspire from Her or EntrepreNaari, and that will really boost us. That is what I feel. So is there something like you can start with?
Absolutely, absolutely. We do that all the time. So, we have something called EntrepreNarrative, and I can't see Anuradha. Is she here? We will get you in featured in EntrepreNarrative. We're happy to get all of you featured in EntrepreNarrative, where you talk about your stories, you talk about your inspiration, motivation, and what you do. We'd love to get you featured. Just write into us, and we'll get this done. You have my email ID here.
Yes, I have your email ID.
And you can write to Ruchita, and or you can write to any of us, and you can just tell us that you want to do this, and we'll be very, very happy to sort of work with you on this. So we tell stories of entrepreneurs, and usually we find that it's a very beautiful platform where you can share your struggles as well as the good work that you're doing, and many people get to know your name.
Sure. That will be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Kashika next. Over to you, Kashika.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Kashika.
Hi. So my question is more of like an advice thing. So I'm currently in college. When I was in school, I used to teach at an underprivileged home. And when I taught there, I came across a lot of daily wage female laborers. And as you guys know, how the sari and the salwar kameez don't have pockets, right? So a lot of them were like, sometimes we don't have places to store our phone, keys, etc., etc. So that's when I came up with like a fanny bag for them, so that they feel more safe in the environment they're working in. But then I feel like as a student, I wasn't able to make the most out of my idea. And I also didn't have the funds. So like I did like 2 runs of it, but then again, I didn't have the funds to continue it, or not enough knowledge to make it into a business. So I just want to like give back to them. And I feel like this idea is important, especially like in a country like India, where like violence against women is constantly increasing. So if anyone has any ideas, suggestions, anything.
Standing, Kashika, outstanding. And I just want to take a moment and all of you, if you can take a little bit of little heart for Kashika and put it up on.
Thank you so much.
You're so young, and you're doing this. Outstanding. Thank you so much for doing what you did. And what we can tell you is, let me open this question to actually every entrepreneur in the room. And maybe there could be others who come up with good ideas. One is, I think we can definitely tell your story, and we can say that this is what you're trying to do, and we can sort of put it out there for everyone. But I'm sure there'll be other good ideas which will also come out within this room itself. Would anyone else want to sort of talk to Kashika's story and her need?
So hi Madhura, Lavina here.
Hi.
Hi. So I think she can come. I have worked on something similar. So then after you create all these products, it's very difficult to reach out to these daily wage workers and kind of sell it to them. But she can maybe modify it to a DIY, which is from available material that they have, and it could be self-sustaining. It might not require a lot of logistics for you. So if you can, or if you need any help on that, you can probably connect. I'll help you with the same if you want to go about that route.
Yes, that will be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kashika. You drop in a line to us, and Lavina, it'll be lovely to also connect you formally with her. And lovely to see you. Fantastic. Fabulous. Fabulous. I did not know that you were here. Yeah.
I am there many times, but I just don't speak up. So.
Oh my God. I must tell all of you, where are you? Can I see your picture? I can't see you. Can somebody spotlight Ravina, please?
So here I am, not in a very good shape, but yes, here
That's
I am.
okay.
Hello.
That's okay. I'm trying to see you. Hey, good to see you.
Hello, same here.
Good to see you. I must tell you that Lavina actually did all our work as we started Aspire for Her. The entire Aspire for Her logo is created by her. Okay. The first Aspire for Her website was created by her. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so special
I
to
kind
have
of
her
don't.
here.
I kind of don't speak for the same reason.
No,
And
this is amazing. Amazing, amazing. So thank you to all. And you've seen that, your logo has gone places. So very, very nice. Thank
Yes,
you.
it has. Okay, I
It
have
has.
another. I have another startup that I am running. It's not a full-time startup. So this is not a very common affair in India that people do like a part-time startup, but I think Western countries are more acquainted to this.
Right.
So I'm a weekend entrepreneur now, and I run a craft-based brand which deals into crochet.
Okay.
I'm not targeting young women in the same because they already have sources to educate and find something for them. They also have time in their life, but I'm targeting to more of the daily wage worker type of women who do not have skills or are not in the age bracket to learn anymore, but they have this craft and they can be living sustainably at home with their scenarios intact by knitting for us or by weaving for us. So we can kind of all support them. We can give them products that we want and they would love to deliver it. So I'm training them. And I will let you know when I start the e-commerce website. I surely need support. I have already collaborated on the festive times with you and would like to take that further in know more about the Mela and everything happening so that I can promote these women more.
Absolutely, absolutely. We actually want to do, some big stuff around this, and let us please talk to us because with our entire work that we are doing, with Ruma Devi, we hope that we will be able to give you, some amazing folks will be able to work with you and definitely be able to deliver. And then as you make it into a commercially viable model, this can become actually a very, very nice thing. So these are all women from Rajasthan and around. And I'm sure that it will be a very fulfilling experience both for you and for them. But if anyone else has anything else to add to Lavina's points, then very happy to welcome those comments as well. And thank you. So sorry. So we'll connect you with them definitely. As and when you sort of are ready to get started, Lavina. And you have been for the first steps of Aspire for Her were taken with you. So we are very, very happy to be part of your journey as well. And thank you so much for all your support. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
We've heard from Kalaivani Chelappan here, and any new product needs a dynamic business canvas. Absolutely. And I think that's what Lavina, that's what Kalaivani is also telling you. So thank you so much for that. Any other thoughts, questions, observations, or anything that you'd like us to see, do more of, less of? We'd love to see that. We'd love to pull all of you in and tell your stories in what we call EntrepreNaari. And I think I saw Anuradha come in some time back. Anuradha is leads marketing for us, and all the lovely stuff that you see is actually Anuradha's creation on our social media. So anything that you want us to cover, either your journey, your story, we love to do that. And we'd love to sort of talk about your work. So I have a message here from someone who says, ma'am, I'm a housewife. I want to work. How can I join you? That's fantastic. We all need to start somewhere. I must tell you that many of the folks at Aspire for Her actually have taken a break. And we are very proud to welcome them back into the economy, to welcome them back into working life through Aspire for Her. We also do a lot of programs with organizations which are looking at women returning to the workforce. So please keep your eyes and ears open. We are on all social media. You can catch us on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter. And, you are most welcome to participate in the various initiatives that we do, both for EntrepreNaaris and, of course, for women at work. So Priyanka, you're most welcome to join the various communities and to start accessing all our resources. We are very, very open. We want everyone to access our resources. We want the whole world to know that we're very serious about not letting India flounder at the bottom in terms of the women's workforce participation. So we want to change this equation, and that's why we exist. Okay, we have 2 participants who have raised their hand. So, Ruchita, do you want to sort of
Yes.
call them out?
Yes, I think I'll call Shreya first. And I think before Shreya, you can answer, the question that what is it AFH? You guys are looking from EntrepreNaari, and as women entrepreneurs, where is it where you need our help? That's what our next poll is about, because the team then strategizes on the events that we need to curate for the community. I'll request the team to share the third poll. And once we see it, we'll start planning. And Shreya, then after that, you can take your question. Can we have that third poll, please?
And if someone can spotlight Ruchita as well, that'll be useful.
Okay, so what we have seen, and if there is something else, then you can put it in the chat box, but there is funding, there's a marketplace presence, mentoring, talent, networking events. What is it that you are really looking at? If there's anything else, please put it in the chat box. Funding, okay. Hiring, I see. Nobody wants mentoring, surprising. Okay, networking events. Nobody is looking at tech and nobody is looking at mentoring. Come on, ladies, I think you should look at that also. One thing for sure I've understood, if you have to scale up, you need technology. So this is a learning for me. I'm sure that, it has to be for everyone. Okay, marketplace mentoring. So I guess it's funding, which is to the maximum, followed by hiring as well as networking. And we can end the poll, but I'll also tell you, you all are in the great place because all of this is what we do at EntrepreNaari. So Madhura, that's over to you now, and over to Shreya to take the next question.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, hi, Madhura. And
Hi.
Nari is here. So actually, I had one idea, and I have been brainstorming about it for a while now. It's just the reachability is one aspect that I think EntrepreNaari can definitely help. So the idea was there are many entrepreneurs, many startups who are working currently, and there can be collaborations that can be made on an equal or similar segments, because that can also give you a lot of market reach out, obviously, and also people get to know about you. And when the brands are supporting each other, that also shouts out quite loud. So if there's anything that can, where EntrepreNaari can help us collaborate, because I see EntrepreNaari is a big platform now, and that can actually help us interact with each other and collaborate with each other, basically.
That is exactly what we want to do. Okay, you have literally just stolen the words. This is exactly what we want to do. It is supposed to be a collaborative platform. We do have a space on Telegram where everyone's together, and people can connect with each other. However, we try to give as many opportunities as possible to people so that their stories can be told on social media. So that they can, and we try to do sessions like this so that people can get to meet other interesting entrepreneurs and collaborate with them. I think the most interesting way of doing this is actually to tell your story on social media through the entrepreneurship space. And if you write into us with an interest that your story should be featured, we'll be happy to do that. And then automatically you will see a lot of interest coming your way. We also do what Navya mentioned in terms of opening up opportunities for people to talk from her handle, we keep on showcasing various products or services that entrepreneurs are offering, we're very happy to do that for any entrepreneur here or for anybody else who you think deserves it but does not know about EntrepreNaari. Please spread the word. So that's what we do, and we'd love for people to also collaborate with each other. We do see a lot of collaborations happening in the cohorts that we run. So we ran a very interesting cohort with HSBC a few months ago. We're currently running the Samrit cohort, with primarily tech-based entrepreneurs. We would love to do more And if you guys have any good ideas, please let us know. We'd love to support you in your journey. But the whole space is online right now. And we're hoping that people will integrate, will talk to each other, interact with each other, and try to also find business opportunities.
Surely.
So would love to talk to you. And but once your story gets told, then automatically you will find that there will be a lot of folks who want to reach out to you.
Surely, that'll be amazing.
Fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah. And I think we had Bhavini. Bhavini, do you want to ask your question now? You had raised your hand earlier. Yes.
Yeah, so basically, hi. Basically, I don't have any question, but I would like to say especially thank you to the, Entrepreneur Nari and yeah, Project Naveli. There is also featured Banko Janko. And yeah, it has given us a lots of visibility. And really, this platform is very much helpful to connect and learn from each other and everything. One more thing, I joined little late, but as a session was going on, so it is about the some startup competition or something like that, right, Madhura?
No, this was the road show. No, this was the road show which Navya mentioned, where all these the aspiring ones will then have that pitch fest, and it was about
okay.
So for this, I would like to connect you with some few colleges if you want.
Yes.
For the KJ Somaya and Parul University and many more. So as I am in the jury panel and so many things for them on some board of studies. Amazing. And so this was in my mind. This is needed. They youngsters has so much things they can do it, but they don't know the right directions. And we also come to know about all these things during this our learning stage, and it took us too much time. So this will be the great. And yeah, my main focus will be on sustainability and SDGs goals. So whatever way I can, I will definitely love to be part of that things.
Outstanding. We are very, very happy to hear that. And you can write to us. You have Ruchita's coordinates. Preeti is also there. Fantastic. I was not sure she's managed to join in, but Preeti leads EntrepreNaari for us. And you can just tell us about these colleges that you think will be interested. What we've just decided is that we will Navya will go and visit only a certain number of colleges, 25 colleges in 30 days to be precise. But we will ensure that we open it up to other colleges as well, so that the learning can be enjoyed by everyone, whether we're able to physically reach them or not. And after the learning, they're all able to apply for the fest that we are sort of looking at, and they can pitch their ideas, and the top ideas will also receive a special award. This is only meant for college students and only meant for women in colleges. So that's the kind of that's the program that we're thinking of. So would love to get all those colleges. I'm sure Ruchita, Preeti will be delighted, because not only that, we continue to do multiple things with colleges, because that is where we feel the future of India lies.
Right, true.
And if we need to change the equation of our country, that is where we need to strike, and we need to strike very hard. So we're very happy to tell you that we work with a lot of colleges, but always, very, very interesting to work with more. So we will chat up with you right after this, and we'd love to, explore more about how we can get more college women into the community, and EntrepreNaari in particular.
Okay, sure. Thank you. I'm sharing my contact details to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think we're on the hour. We have one last question from Harshita. Hi, Harshita.
Harshita, you're on mute, I guess. Harshita, we can't hear you. Is that only me? Okay.
No, I think we can't hear her. I think we can get back to Harshita, but thank you so much for joining in. And we'd love to thank you, Shilpa. Thank you so much. And we'd love this community to become that space where people collaborate, with each other, and it becomes a truly dynamic, economically very, very vibrant space where we all grow together. And we use our fantastic models to ensure that all of us add to the country's economy. We do not remain a small speck in terms of the women's economic participation in India, but that becomes a much larger part of the conversation. Thank you so much. And Anuradha Agarwal is the person who leads all our marketing activities, and Anuradha has given some of the links over here. Please do follow us. There she is. So we have Preeti, who leads EntrepreNaari for us, but Preeti was in a really bad network, so therefore we are all stepping in for her today. But we all work very closely together at Aspire for Her to ensure that EntrepreNaari, it remains a very, very key priority for us and becomes a true mover in the country's economy. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining in. We'd love to keep doing this once in a while. Great ideas for us, and we hope to see many of you on our pages. We will give you shout outs. We will ensure that this becomes a truly vibrant part of the economy in multiple ways. Somebody asked before we leave, what is the fee or what is the amount that you need to pay? Okay, I must tell you that this is absolutely free of cost. We just want women to become entrepreneurs and to become better entrepreneurs in our country. And that is why we do it. There is absolutely no cost to join EntrepreNaari. It is free of cost, like every other community of Aspire for Her. You do not need any money to join. This is absolutely free of cost. So please join us, be a part of the economy, a bigger part of the economy. Thank you very much, and look forward to hearing from a bunch of you. All my coordinates are there. So we will look forward to hearing from you. My team and I will be very excited to hear about your new ideas. Tell your stories to the world. Thank you very much. Good evening.
And before we end this session, it's a request that please be present for the other sessions, because that's when you get to know what's happening at EntrepreNaari and which are the new initiatives that we are launching. There's a last poll, and I don't want to bore it with polls, but there is a question I want to ask all of you, since everybody's been very, very interested and has been asking for opportunities. What is coming up at EntrepreNaari? While you answer this, that's an answer I'm seeing in the chat box. What's the next coming at EntrepreNaari? And if you've paid attention, I'm sure you're going to answer. This is kind of a small quiz. What's coming up at EntrepreNaari? I don't see any questions. What's the next big thing at EntrepreNaari? Any guesses?
Are you expecting to put it on the chat, is it, Ruchita?
Yeah, or they can say it's an informal session, but what's coming up big at EntrepreNaari?
Something related to technology.
That's a good guess. Yes, it's the Amazon initiative, right?
Absolutely. Nerdy Bird, Shilpa, Shreya.
And it's exactly a week
Tina.
from today. So next Friday is when you're going to have this session. Make sure you're there so that you can be a part of the cohort, and with new learnings, you explore a new direction for yourself. Thank you so much for joining, and see you all next Friday. Have a lovely weekend. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.